Hi everyone, I am Dave Yankoviak from Lift Development, and today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial, I guess, on setting up a Twitter background. And Twitter gives you a few spaces to share information about yourself, but most people take advantage of the background image and they put either just some text about themselves and a picture, or maybe they show some URLs of their various websites. Things they're interested in, all sorts of stuff. But a lot of businesses use it to kind of share more about their business, or even if they have multiple people running a Twitter account, they'll show the list of who's running that account. But right now, if you look at the screen, you'll see my Twitter page, and I change this, from time to time. But overall, I use a similar layout each time, where I kind of use this left area to put an image and talk about myself. I've also used this left side, and the thing is, when you view Twitter on different screens, some are big, some are small. I'm viewing this on a 13-inch MacBook, but if you view this on a 22-inch screen, you're going to see a lot more of the page. It's going to be a different layout. So I've kind of developed the layout that I use that makes sure that it displays the best across across different resolutions. And just to give you an example of what can happen if you don't do it right, I've got a friend on Twitter, Cassie Fisher, and she's got a page, and this looks great on like a bigger monitor, but on my 13-inch, it gets cut off. So you'll see this whole background part gets cut off, and so you're missing out on some of the main information. And so I'm going to show you. I'm going to resize this one, and then you'll see kind of how I can make it fit. But what I've developed, I've got a starter layout template, and I'm going to share this on this blog post when I'm done, so you guys can download this as a JPEG. But there's kind of three secondary areas and a primary area. I use this primary area. If you fit your content in this rectangle, it's going to display really well across different resolutions. If you get any wider than that, it starts getting cut off. And it's important to keep it all the way on the left. And then you've got some secondary areas, and you can, with these, I always say keep the same content in these. So if you put a description in content area A, make sure you put it in B and C as well. Only one of these shows at any given time, just because of the way that Twitter, the window scales as you go on a different size monitor. So you guys can do whatever you want with this. I would just say put this as a base layer in a Photoshop document or Illustrator or Fireworks or whatever you use for your graphics. But just put this as the bottom layer and just draw over this. And that's what I've used in the past, and it works awesome. So what I've done is I've grabbed Cassie's background, and what I'm going to do is just drag it over, and right here you can see it's quite a bit bigger. And what I'll do, I actually set up guides for each of those rectangles so you can see where things are at. So there are the guides, and if you place it on there, you'll see exactly what's getting cut off on my screen. If you go back, you'll see everything's getting cut off. The Twitter logo's going over the top. So what I would do first is just move that down a little bit. We'll get it on there, and then maybe move it over. We'll get that vote right up to the top line. And what we'll do, I'm going to zoom out. We'll grab this, scale it down, and her text that she's got is easily big enough to fit on here. I want to try to fit Cassie's whole picture on there. So we'll say apply. We'll go back. And we'll get all the way to the edge. Now something like that, you'll see that it fits in that rectangle that we set up. So it's going to display across different resolutions. And then all you would do, like for her, she's using black. So I've got a black layer set up. Actually, it's a little bit different, so we'll make sure that's the right one. There we go. So now I'm going to save this. I'm actually going to send it to Cassie so she's got a better version of her background. We'll make sure that's right on. I think that'll look good if we get rid of those guides. Oh yeah, much better. So that's what her background looks like. Like I said, if she wanted, she could use these other 3 content areas to put any additional information. But there you go. That's how it works. And here's that layout template. And I'll take that. I'll save it as a JPEG. Just bring this in. Make sure it's in the top left corner of your document. And I put some instructions on there as well as far as colors and how to use it a little bit, more specifically. But check it out. Feel free to download it. Feel free to share it. And that's a good way to lay out your Twitter background. So thanks for watching.